Welcome back, Vipers. I'm Paulo, and today we have another mod review. I already did the first look at the Nebula 200, but today we're going to be having a full review. But first of all, I want to wish all and every single one of you a really happy Christmas, okay, full of joy. Hope you guys passed a good time with your family. I hope you guys had a great year. Yeah, I have my Christmas tree behind me already mounted. And I guess until Christmas or until the New Year, I will be having this background because, you know, it's holiday seasons, right, guys? And it's Christmas time, and it's a time for joy, a time for family, and a time to look back at the year we had. And a lot of stuff happened on the vaping community and the vaping world, right? A lot of big changes we had this year. A lot of good companies coming out with good stuff, and a lot of new companies coming out also with good stuff. So it's been a great year, and it's been a real pleasure being here with you guys. That's without a doubt. I thank every single one of you guys, and I love all of you. I never thought I'd have 6,000 subscribers. No way. I mean, I started doing this in Portuguese because there were no Portuguese reviewers at the time, and I started out with the pens, showing how it worked and what was vaping, you know. And then I started moving up, and I don't know, I guess I decided to do it in English because it's my language, you know. I was born in the States, I was raised in the States, I came to Portugal when I was 17. Been in and out of the United States a lot of times. I try going there at least every 4 years. I used to go 2 in 2 years. Now I go 4 in 4 years because I have a lot of family in the States, in Newark, New Jersey. That's where I'm from. And I like visiting the family, of course. And I like seeing my hometown, right? So I decided doing it in my language. But I also do reviews in Portuguese when I have the chance. And it's been working out really nice, and it's only working out really nice thanks to you guys, okay? So I love every single one of you guys, and I thank you so much for the great year you guys have been giving me. And I hope we all stick together for the next year, and we get more in the family, and that the channel grows, and that we all grow together, okay? We all help each other out. There are some guys that, well, not even going to get into that, but I want to thank the family that I have right now, okay? Beautiful comments, good questions. I hope that helped a lot of people. I know I pissed off a lot of people also, but those people, you know, they can go to other channels. Like I said, I'm not an engineer. I do reviews just because instead of you guys looking at a picture, you know, and ordering a $100 mod or a $50 mod or whatever it is, you guys can see me with it in the hands and tell you how it works and if you guys should get one or not. You know, it's basic stuff. I'm not an engineer. I don't know, like I'm saying, this is stainless steel. It doesn't say what type of stainless steel. I don't even know the thickness of it. If you guys want to know something like that, please go to Phil Basardo and look at other reviews. Of course, you guys have to see other reviews. I'm just a simple guy doing what I love, okay, which is vaping and sharing it, my experience with what I have with you guys. That's basically it. So today we're going to be looking at the total review of the Nebula 200 watt mod that's been working excellent. It costs $65, guys. It's a 200 watt box mod that does temperature control all the way up to 200 watts. Right now I'm at 100 watts at 430 degrees, which I can't go more than that because it'll just blow my throat away. But let's just see the pull at 100 watts, okay? I'm using stainless steel coils on it. It's a dual coil. It's on the Velocity RDA, which I had the airflow completely closed. Now I just open it, so let's try on that. And you know what? Just for you guys, let's pull it all the way up to 200 watts. It's a 0.2 ohm coil. It should be reading 0.18, but since I put it on top of the mod and it wasn't completely cold, okay, it's reading it at 0.2 ohms. So it's not that accurate. It heats up faster. But let's put it up to 200 watts. Let me move this to watts mode. 200 watts. Okay, so 200 watts. Let me put it in temperature control because else it's going to blow me away. 1, 2, 3. I'll put it in temperature control. Let me set the coils for stainless steel. Okay, so I'm at 420 degrees Fahrenheit, and down here you can see that it's 200 watts, okay, and it's a 0.2 ohm coil, And that's the battery life, and then the voltage will give me a real time when I press it. Let me see. Whoa. Ooh, she's pissed, man. Oh my god, let me see if I can vape this. You guys ready? Wow, man. Whew! Hell yeah! Come on, guys, it's the Christmas season, man. Let's take a chance. Damn, that's hot, man. What is that, half a second pull? Whew. But it does it in temperature control, okay? And it's not a pulse function. I mean, it's straight on 200 watts. Well, rated 200 watts. Your car says it does 200 miles or 100 miles an hour, and it's not doing 100. It's doing like 95, right? So, yeah, let's cope with me, okay, guys? It says 200 watts. We know it's not pure 200 watts, but it's a hell of a vape, guys. I mean, it's a half a second. One more. This is pretty cool. Wow. Okay, guys, so let's get down on personal. Let's check this baby out, and then we'll come back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. See you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, so here we are close and personal with the brand new Nebula 200 watt LiPo battery box mod, okay, by SXK. Nice little colorful cardboard box. Okay, nothing going on there. Have some specs here on the bottom. It reads from 0.08 ohms all the way up to 3 ohms, okay? And it's not specifying if it's Cantol or nickel wire to titanium wire, so it reads everything down to 0.08 ohms, which is fantastic, okay? Battery working, it goes from 9 volts, yeah, 9 volts all the way up to 12.6 volts, and the charging voltage on it is a 0.5. I wish it was a 1 amp. It's a 0.5 or 0.5 volts. I wish it was 1 volt, okay? Maximum output voltage 8.4 volts. Then you have the maximum output current is 40 amps, which is a lot. The kit contains 1 gift box, which is this one SXK 200 box mod, one time 1800 milliamp LiPo battery, which it isn't. It's a 1500 milliamp LiPo battery, and 1 small little tiny USB cable. Okay. So let's open up the box, and we have your user manual, which we can check it out. Well explained in English. You got it in Chinese, and you have it in English here. Okay. Explaining how to work with the menu feature, which I'm going to show you guys. So if you guys have this product and you do want to read it, you can read it. But if you want to see the review, you can see the review, and I'll explain the whole menu feature for you guys, okay? One thing I do want to tell you about this here, what do I want to say? Okay, short circuit protection, low battery voltage protection, battery low voltage power output protection. And yeah, that's what it has on protections. Here we have our mod and a nice little tiny USB cable, which is only for charging. You're going to need a bigger cable if you want to bypass switch this mod. You can be charging and vape on it at the same time, okay? So it does have a bypass feature on it. This little box, okay? Let's put that to the side. And here we have our nice aluminum box Nebula 200 watt device, okay? You have 7 vent holes for your battery ventilation. You have your power button, which is off. You have your plus and minus button, all made of aluminum. I think these buttons are made out of stainless steel. This is aluminum, okay, the whole body. You have your USB port for charging and bypass. You have your 510 pin connector, which is adjustable. It's not spring loaded, okay? It has reverse threading, so you have to adjust it to your mod. I can understand why they did this. I mean, on their little brother, on the Nebula 60 watt, it has a spring loaded 510 pin. This one doesn't, but I'm guessing it's because maybe for better contact on your tanks and on your RDAs, maybe a screw is better than having like a spring, okay? Maybe it makes better contact, but I wish it was spring loaded, okay? It's a little bit lifted, so your tanks or your addies don't hit the base of the mod, so it won't scratch it, which I really like it because it's not too high, but it's just enough not to scratch your mod. I like it a lot. So you guys can see that. Okay, I got the silver and black one. You can also get this in red and black, which is on the box here. They didn't have it in stock yet, so I got the black and silver one. You can open this up if you want to switch out the battery. All you do is here on the side, let me see if you guys can see that. There's an opening here. See that? It has opening on both sides, but only one side opens. Yeah, you guys can see that. So what you do is just put your fingernails in here and lift it. And you have magnets on top and on the bottom. And you have magnets on top and on the bottom. If you try to put it backwards, it won't go in, okay? See? It won't go in. So you have to put it in the right way, which is this way. Okay? Like I showed on my first look, this magnet wouldn't stay on, this top one. All I did is put a little bit of super glue on it. I mean, just a touch of super glue and never came out again. So that's fixed. Aluminum body, okay? Here's your 1500 LiPo battery, which is really easy to switch. If you guys want to get a new battery or have an extra, you guys can pull this one out and just put the new one in. All you do is turn it around. Okay, it comes out. And now you have two cables, okay? You have one here on a chip, right here. All you have to do is push it with your fingernail also out. Let me see if I can do it on camera for you guys. Right here, okay? Just pull it out. And it does come out, see? And take out the plus or the positive and negative contacts here. You can pull these out also. Pull this out for you guys. Well, I would pull it out, but you guys got it. All you do is pull it, okay? It's pretty simple. Here's your chip. It's an SXK A200 chip. Of course, it's 200 because it's 200 watts. You can see it right here. Let me face it to you guys like that. Okay. Nice, easy stuff. So it's really easy to change out your battery, as you guys can see. Let me just put the switch back on it. Okay, battery back in, put in your back cover again, and that's it. You have this nice Nebula logo on it. You guys can see that. You have it on both sides, okay? A really nice logo. I like it. Okay, to turn it on. First, when you get it, it has a little bit of battery. All you do is press the button and it's going to say off. Okay? It says off. So 5 clicks to turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get your SXK 200 watt symbol on it. I have it working in temperature control. So up here, you get your ohms. Do that again. Here's your battery level, of course. Here you get your ohms. You get the real-time volts and your watts, okay? If you're working it in watts mode only, it will give you the watts you have on, or 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 200 watts. And here it'll say watts on the bottom. Here you'll say your real-time volts. It'll give you your ohms of your coil and your battery level. Okay, so to get into the menu screen, all you have to do is press 3 times your fire button. 1, 2, 3, and you're in the menu screen. Okay, first you got nickel wire. Press up or minus button, it doesn't matter. Titanium wire and watts mode. Okay, so let's say we go into watts mode. Go into watts mode. You want to go up to 200 watts. All you do is press your plus and minus button, and it'll go to 200 watts really fast. You're at 200 watts. If I press the fire button, it's going to say I need an atomizer. Okay, check atomizer. Nothing there. Go all the way down to 5 watts. This thing can read up all the way up to 8.4 volts, guys. Okay? So, of course, the only way you're going to get up to 200 watts is if you don't pass 8.4 volts on your coil. So you have to build a low coil to get all the way up to the 200 watts. As long as it doesn't reach 8.4, if it says 200, well, you guys know how it is. It's not a true 200, but To get it to work at 200 watts, you have to have a really low resistance coil, so it won't pass the 8.4 volts, which we all know that already, okay? So actually it's 1 watt all the way up to 200 watts. Okay, let me bring this up to like, I don't know, I usually work at around 60, 70 watts. I'll put it at 70. 70 watts. Let's say that's 70 watts. Okay, now let's say 70 watts. So if you had your coil on top or your tank on top, or it was fire, and it would be working, okay? Now let's say you want to work in, you want to lock in your setting, okay? Because sometimes by mistake, you can be in your pocket or something. All you do is press the plus and minus button, it'll lock in your power. Okay, it's locked in. Unlock it, you press it again, the plus and minus button. Okay, you want to change your screen, you press the fire button and the plus button, if I'm not mistaken. Here you go. Left mode, right mode. Okay. You want stealth mode. You don't want lights at night in your room or something, so you can make the screen shut off. You press the fire button and the minus button. Stealth mode, it'll be off. If I fire, see, nothing shows. Okay, nothing is on. Turn it back on again, you press your minus and your fire button. Stealth to normal mode, and here you have it. Okay, now you say you want to work with the menu screen. The menu screen is pretty simple. All you have, like I showed you guys, it's nickel wire, titanium, and power mode. So you press it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and you get into the wattage mode. Press the up or minus, doesn't matter. Okay, it'll switch around. Nickel wire, titanium wire. So you want to work with stainless steel wire. It doesn't matter if you put in nickel wire or titanium wire, it's the same thing. I just usually leave it in nickel wire. Press the fire button, and now you have your watts on the bottom. Okay, so it's set at 70 watts because that's what I had, and I can work with my temperature control. It goes all the way up to 600, and if I want to switch it to Celsius, you press the minus button all the way down. That will round robin. Okay, plus won't round robin, but the minus will. So let's go all the way down to 200 and see Celsius. Okay, Fahrenheit, and it'll stay in Fahrenheit. 600 to 300, if I'm not mistaken, and it'll round robin to Celsius. 300 to 90, 200. It's at 200, okay? And in Celsius, it's 230 to 100, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay? Brings us to 450. Okay, so let's put it around 470. Okay, so all you do is lock it in and it's set. Now let's say you're using stainless steel wire, not nickel, because if you're using nickel, it'll set it automatically to the coefficient, which is called which is a TCR function. And to set the TCR function, you press depending on if you're using nickel, titanium, or stainless steel wire, okay? It reads all 3 wires, and it can probably read more. You just have to know the coefficient that it's at, okay? But for standard use, like say you're using stainless steel wire, you should have your coefficient between 10 to 13, but you can play around with it, okay? That's what's really cool about this mod. You can adjust it exactly as you want it. Like say you put it, you have stainless steel wire, you set at 13, the cotton is still a little bit wet before it cuts off, but say you want it to cut off really dry, so you set the coefficient to 14, for example. I've already done that. So all you do is press the plus and minus button and the fire button, and you'll get into that menu screen, which is right here, okay? It always goes to 69, which is the nickel wire mod, or coefficient. It goes from 69 to 72, which that's where you should be around in your nickel wire. If you want to go to titanium wire, you should be around 38 to 42. It left, okay. Do it again. You should be around 38 to 42. This goes all the way down to 10, which is where it starts your stainless steel. Stainless steel should go all the way up to 13, but like I said, if you want a really dry coil only to cut off when it's dry, you put it around 14 or 15. Okay, you can play around with this, which is really cool because you adjust it to your likings. That's what's awesome about any chip from SXK. You can adjust your settings with this coefficient method that it has, which is called the TCR. Okay, So yeah, but one thing they could have fixed on this, I didn't tell you guys. Like say you're at 70 watts and you want to work it at 80 watts, okay? I'm going to show you guys this again. I think I left it at 13. Where it's at 14, I'm going to bring it down to 13. 13, okay? But say, okay, this is cool. I want the 400, or it doesn't matter. If you're only working in temperature and you want to put it to 600 and you go to the coefficient and you're playing around with this, it's going to be set at 13. That's no problem at all. Okay, it's set. But say you don't want the 70 watts. Say you want to go all the way up to 100 watts. So you have to press this 3 times, right? 1, 2, 3. To enter the nickel, titanium, or power mode. You go into power mode. You switch this up to 100 if you want. Or 200. It doesn't matter. You can do temperature control all the way up to 200 watts. But yeah, let's go up to 100 watts. Just for the hell of it. Okay. 100 watts, right? Now you want to go back into temperature mode. So you press 1, 2, 3. And you put nickel. Or whatever. 1, 2, 3. Nickel. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. So yeah. You put nickel. Now we're in temperature control and I want to bring this down to 460. But I wanted to get there faster, so I brought up the watts. What happens now? Your coefficient went back to 69. Okay, I wish it didn't, but it does. So you have to press the plus and minus button and the fire button. See, it's at 69. So I'm gonna have to bring this down all the way to 13 again. And it's set. Press your fire. 460 watts. The 460 degrees Fahrenheit. I can change the degrees. It doesn't matter. But if you go and want to play around with the watts, then you're gonna have to go back to the coefficient and put it to the setting that you desire. Okay. Or the one it's supposed to be at. So yeah, 440. I'm gonna put, and like I said, we already locked it, right? Yeah, that's it. That's about it. That's the menu screen. It's really simple to work with. You got 200 watts of power with a LiPo battery. What can I tell you about the LiPo battery? Okay, this battery, fully charged, working at 70 to 80 watts. That's what I work with it at. I know. I'm a weakling. If I have a 200 watt box mod, why not work at 200 watts? Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm not working at 200 watts. When you're using temperature control, if you're set at 440 to 460, that's where you're going to get and it's going to cut off. The only thing the watts is going to do is get you there faster, so you'll take a shorter hit, okay? I don't really like short hits. I want to vape it, I want to get at least 2 or 3 second pulls. So I leave it around 70 or 80. But for another reason, 70 or 80 watts, I can get like 4 or 5 hours out of this with the 1500 milliamp LiPo battery, okay guys? So, yeah, 4 or 5 hours. If I set it to 100 watts, I'm going to get less than that. So I set it for 4 or 5 hours. That's what I get out of this LiPo battery. The same thing I get out of the little brother, the Nebula, 60 watts. If I set this for 40 watts and set the temperature at 460 degrees Fahrenheit with the battery, and with this one, okay, I get 4 or 5 hours. I pull out the battery and put a new battery in, close it, and I'm set again for another 4 or 5 hours. This one you have to charge it, guys, alright? So the more time I get out of it, for me, the better. But at work, I just hook it up to the computer and have it charging, and I'm vaping away all night. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, if I'm on the go and if I'm going to be out at work, I switch the battery on it and I'll be at 40, 50 watts, doesn't matter. I have extra batteries. This one, the more power you give into it, the faster it's gonna discharge, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Let's do some comparison sizes. Here's the last mod I reviewed, the Genius 150 watt. That's how it looks next to it. Size comparison, okay? It's a little bit bigger. But again, this one holds 2 18650 batteries. Okay, you can switch them out. Comparison next to the Snow Wolf, which also takes 2 18650 batteries. The IPv4S, that also takes 2 batteries. Size comparison, okay guys? Just so you guys can see it. Let me tell you guys the sizes on this. $10, 105. Okay, so you have around 55, okay, this way, by 24, I'd say 25, by 25, it's probably even more. Yeah, it's 25 for sure, 25 here, okay, by 100.5. 101 it doesn't reach. It's 100.5, okay? So yeah. It's a little bit taller than the Snow Wolf. Okay, a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. The Snow Wolf has... yeah, has 100 millimeters in height. And this one has 100.5 millimeters in height. Okay, so it's a little bit taller. Not too much. It's the same thickness, even though it doesn't look it. This one looks thicker, right? But it's not. It's exactly the same. Maybe, nah, it's exactly the same. It's the same. Because here you're only seeing the black part, but we still have this stainless steel. So it's like an optical illusion, but it's practically the same. Okay? Just so you see. Yeah, what else? That's about it. I wish the 510 was spring-loaded, but it's not. I mean, the 60 watt is spring-loaded. This one isn't. I really don't know, but I'm saying it's about the contact. I'm almost positive. It gives better connectivity, I guess. It's all good. It works for me fine. I mean, it goes down really deep, this screw. Like I said, it's reverse threading. So when you pull out your RDA or your tank, you're not going to be unscrewing the screw at the same time, okay? Because if it is, it tightens it down. It's not making contact, so I have to bring it up. To bring it up, it's the other way around, so you got to tighten it. It should ask if it's a new coil whenever you put a new RDA on top of a tank. It should ask. Let's see if it does. Yeah, new coil. You press up. Make sure it's cool if you're going to use temperature control. Okay, guys. Nickel wire, titanium, or stainless steel. The coil has to be cool, or it's not going to read it like it's supposed to. Okay, so you press new coil up. It's reading at. It's still not cooled down because I was vaping on it. It's giving me a 0.2 ohm coil, and it's not. It's a 0.18 ohm coil. But so the readings when I vape on it, they're not going to be accurate. Okay, it should be really cooled down to make the TCR function work like it's supposed to not burn your cotton and stuff like that. If you guys want to see the cotton burn test, I already did it. I did it on the first look. Okay, so I'll leave the link to the first review I did on this, or the first look I did on this, so you guys can see the cotton burn test on stainless steel. Okay, so that's about it, guys. It's working. Let me take a vape. At 100 watts. I mean, that's like a 1 second pulse. One second pull, guys. Okay, so let's go back up the face side and I'll give you my final thoughts about it. See you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, so that was our close and personal with the Nebula 200 watt box mod by SXK. What do I have to say about this mod? Let's go with the cons first, okay? First con I guess I have for it is the 510 pin connector is not spring-loaded, okay? It's adjustable, but I already explained probably why it's adjustable, but it works fine with every single tank I put on top of it or every single RDA. You just have to adjust it, okay? It's a con and it's not a con for people that just want to stick their stuff on top of a mod and go. Well, you're going to have to adjust it, okay? Because not all the pins on your RDAs or tanks are the same. That's one. Everything else, another con is that I wish on the menu screen that when I went to watts, like say I'm on temperature control and I did the coefficient already, but I want more power. Whenever you go to the power, you're going to have to adjust your coefficient again. I wish they can find a way, which there is a way because there's other mods that does it, that I can just go to the power automatically and switch the power and everything would stay the same. That I wish they would fix. And another thing, I guess it's, for a lot of you guys like it. I mean, I have talked about this on other reviews, about having a LiPo battery, an internal battery, that it's not your standard 18650 batteries. I don't mind carrying around 2 or 3 batteries, okay? But that's just me. I like having the option as if I go to a bar and I want to switch out the battery because it died out, I can switch it. Well, with this guy, if you take it to a bar and you didn't have the battery fully charged and it runs out while you're at the bar with your friends, well, you're screwed, okay? You can't do anything with it. That's basically it. But yeah, it's a LiPo battery and a lot of you guys like it. It has it. It lasts. You can work with it while you're on your computer, no problem at all. Good stuff about it. 200 watts, guys, for $65. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's a joke. That's cheap. I mean, it's the same price practically as a Nebula 60 watt mod. All you have to do is, if you want more power, you guys got it right here. Okay, it's an excellent mod. It's light. It's really light. Good construction. The chip is awesome, like we all know. Chip works for me. Yeah, and if I lost this today, I would definitely, for $65, go out and buy another one. Definitely, because it's worth it. This is a mod, like, sometimes I'm charging batteries, or I don't know where the hell they are. I grab this mod because I leave it charging at night also when I'm not at work. I grab the mod and I go to the coffee shop and it's ready to set, and I got all the power right in my hands. Everything I want. If I wanted 30 watts, I do 30 watts. If I wanted 200 watts, I do 200 watts. You know, let me take a hit. So yeah, guys, so I do suggest you guys getting one of these. It's damn worth it, okay? It's really worth it. No problem at all. If you guys don't like it, come back to me and piss me off, okay? But I think it's worth it. So yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed, I hope you guys subscribe. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. I don't even know where to start, okay? I have liquids, I have more mods to show you guys. I have RDAs to show you guys. I have tank to show you. I have a lot of shit to show you guys, okay? So if you're not subscribed, be subscribed so you can get a notice saying that ViperVaporPT had a new video for you guys. So you guys stay safe, you rock on and vape hard. Viper Vapor is out.